James, what's up? Looks like you're looks like you're the only one here tonight. J Dog, what's up? How's it going? AJ, what's up? Yeah, I said I was gonna do another live stream. Oh, that sounds good. If I didn't eat a whole pizza just a minute ago, then that sounds wonderful. Did you think that just because I did a live stream already, I wouldn't be doing another one? Oh, that sucks. Nope. Yep. Pretty sure it's less than that. I'm looking at this dude's knife collection on Marketplace right now. There isn't a whole lot. I won't. Dude's trying to charge full price for used shit. Used shit. Warsmith, what's up? Yeah, that is indeed an Emerson above the Koenig. It's a rat one. It's an Emerson Sark. I don't know anything, almost anything about 40K. I just know it's expensive. Well, I'm not going to say it's the best knife ever, but it's pretty good. For the price, it's not bad. I'll agree on that. It's not that bad. It's not special, but it's not bad. Let's go on to eBay and look up steel hardware. Where? A bottle of whiskey. None of those are, I'm assuming you mean practical. Sure, they are. All of these, except for this one, would be a great work knife. Let's put out some good work knives. Interesting. I wonder if it's because I didn't name the stream this time. All right. Every knife on the mat, I would use the shit out of. They are all practical. Oh. Okay, I know what happened. Why would you think the purple one would break? If anything's gonna break, this one's gonna break. It's a titanium frame lock. Well, last time it was a vertical stream too. Depends. What are you gonna do with your knife? This thing's not gonna break. I need a few answers, Kevin, to a few questions that I have, and I can give you a solid knife idea. I need to know a price point that you're happy to pay, what you plan on doing with it, and what size glove you wear. It's not the leak, though. The leak isn't a bad knife, but it's not the best knife. Let me look up the signal. Oh, that one's not bad. Well, I don't know what camping one means. If you want an abuse knife, that's a little different than a working knife. I hate recommending Tontos, but I think a Tonto is going to be the right choice for you, Brian. It has tip strength. Yeah, if you're using a knife as a crowbar or a pry bar, they're not going to last long. Less than 3 inches with a max price of $150. We'll just buy one then. It's a little more expensive than just buy one then. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad. I'd probably go with the Kershaw Bel Air. Actually, a leak? I don't think it's under 3. If you give me a sec, I'll look this up. It is 3 inches exactly. Does what have to be a folder? Oh. Well, I think Kevin already left, but. Mm. I've got a Kershaw leak. I've got a lot of them that are actually up for sale. If you have Cash App and live in the US. So, Brian, you're looking for a multi tool or multiple tools. So, this is a Kershaw leak. Blade is kind of thin, so no prying with this. But as an everyday knife, packages, fruit, stuff like that, this would be great. Oh, these two? This is a QB Tidius in 14C. The Leathermans aren't super expensive, to me anyway. Yeah, pretty much. So this thing's $100. You can get different colored versions, and you can get non-titanium ones for less. This is a Koenig Arius. You're not gonna want to buy one of these. That's the nice way of saying it's way too damn expensive. This is a Benchmade Adamas. This one's serrated, but Crewware blade, so it's not stainless, but it is Cerakoted, so it shouldn't have a stainless, or it shouldn't have a corrosion issue. Nordic Ambassador, what's up? I should sell my bird. Thank you. Hey, Lou. Look. Look, a Benchmade. Look. A Benchmade. Ooh, a Benchmade. Hey, Lou. Look. Look. A Benchmade. See? Another Benchmade. Look at that. A Benchmade. Are you telling me a Benchmade that night? That Spyderco military was made in 2014. I do have a couple switchblades. Yes. Most of them are in different rooms. All of them are in different rooms. We'll get those off the screen for you, Lou. No, I'm not in the UK. Hey, Lou. 3 Benchmades. Ooh, 3 Benchmades. Ooh. I don't know what that is, but I can look it up. Just because I'm nice, I will leave most of the Benchmades. Oh, a K-bar. Must suck living in Canada. Oh, yeah, let's look up that K-bar. The Kabar. I don't know about you guys, but a goose is pretty easy to grab. So probably a goose. Canada has lost their gun rights officially. They will now turn into what every other country that can't have guns has turned into. Yeah, I don't know why people run away from geese when they're getting chased by a goose. Like, it's a bird that's less than half your height. Get over it. K bar. So, is this the knife you're talking about? Yeah, you can beat a raccoon, but it's gonna hurt you. But you can beat a goose without being hurt. Ground fog, what's up? Like, I'm not scared of a goose. Big whoop. Things like, what, 20 pounds? Okay. Sorry, dude, that's the only one I can find with something even close to that name. You're not going to be able to send a link. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think we're not vegan? We have beef with them? Offensive. I own one OTF and I don't like it. But it's so bad that I don't want to sell it to anybody else. Yeah, I'll do that. I won't sell it to an actual person, though. I'll sell it to a business that I don't like, though. I think next week I'm gonna try and do the um the whatnot thing. Oh, fuck off, Lou. Well, that sucks, but I wouldn't buy a karambit to begin with. Squeak. Oh, what's the flipper you have your eye on? I don't know. Oh, I do know what my worst knife is, actually. We could do that. Y'all want to see a comparison to my worst knife and my best knife? Squeak. What about CRKT? Yes?
Can someone explain to me why? So I posted 2 videos 10 minutes ago, okay? One of them has 130 and the other has 133. Do you want to guess how much each video has in with likes?
No.
Okay, so one of them has 9 and the other has 38.
One of them was more relatable. Nordic Ambassador, what model is it, though?
It's why?
Because one was obviously more relatable. It's either post relatable or informative content.
Who won the giveaway?
Someone named Kevin and a regular named Dakota.
Do you know where Dakota's from?
Not one of the Dakotas.
Is it from here?
Where's here?
In our state?
No.
Okay. Because there's a Dakota that goes to my school.
Dakota's the one that bought the knife I bought with your money. They're vice grips.
That's cool then. Blimpies.
They are vice grip brand vice grips. Is there a number on the side of the blade that you can tell me? Other than 8CR13 MOV? Cut and carry, what's up?
Checking these every few hours as if they're just gonna magically ripen.
If you keep checking them, then you're not going to know if they feel ripe or not.
Well, I'm just barely squishing.
Well, I just sold my last ZT and shipped it out today. But depends on the knife that you get. Some of them are good, some of them suck. That's just kind of how it is with every brand.
Isn't it cool that I got like over 100 views in 10 minutes?
I wonder how much mine has. I just posted a short. Squeak.
You need to oil that thing.
We did.
Are you leaning back too far or what?
Nope.
Is that my? Yeah, that's my chair. That thing did not used to do that.
I know. I don't have anything for Microtech. 7066. Okay, I'll look that up in a sec. What about the Glock dookies?
Oh, what? You know what that color orange reminds me of?
What?
The iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Well, if somebody has an iPhone 17 Pro Max that's orange,
Oh, yeah, they should buy that.
then they should buy that.
Yeah.
I don't have any Microtechs. Nope, not yet. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up that video that I posted. Glock is dookie. I could see that.
I'm gonna go insane. I can't wait until I can drive because then I can go and get food.
Wow, 542 views in I don't know how many minutes.
You can't check the time that you posted.
Didn't want to. Description 1 hour ago. That's the nerd. 7066 is what we were going to look up.
I still think these containers are super cool.
Yeah, so did I. That's why I bought them. Squeak. Squeak.
I wish I could bring this to school. If it wasn't so loud and ginormous, I would bring it to school and I could...
CRKT 7066.
You should get a gaming chair like Mom. I want chips and salsa. There's no chips left in the house.
Well, that one's made out of titanium. I have a few ideas of why that would cause issues. Let's start with how to fix it. You're going to want to take it apart again. And I'll take a pair of 3 apart with you. Graphite isn't going to help with this one. Do you have grease? Wait, what? Kind of what I was thinking. You need to align your chakras when you're putting them back together.
Isn't that a meditation thing?
I don't know. I'm making fun of people. Your chakras need to be aligned, or else shit won't go the way it's planned. Align your chakras.
I'm making hot chocolate.
Can you get that done at Firestone? I don't believe that Firestone will align your chakras.
You need to align your chakras. Ooh, that's heavier than I thought.
It's not a wheel alignment. It's a chakra alignment.
Oh, speaking of alignment, one of the needs in alignment, this truck that I saw on the road the other day. Did I show you?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we have my pair of 3. First, you need to take a deep breath in. You need to accept that you are a flawed person and there is nothing perfect about you. Damn, couldn't pull that off. Anyway, you're going to want to start off with taking it apart.
So this was him going straight, okay?
Fun.
Yeah.
That's more than an alignment.
But yeah, that was.
So you're going to take it completely apart like this. You're going to wipe everything off. And then you're going to wipe on the blade. You're going to wipe this section right here. Then you're going to go over to your scales right here. And you're going to want to wipe off right here on the bottom section of this tab thing right here. So I asked earlier, do you have grease or do you not have grease? Off we go, looking that shit up again.
Oh, I finished a book today.
Chef Rocky, what's up? Been a while since I seen you. Anyway, if you have some grease, what you're going to want to do is put a small drop or blob or whatever right there on the center of the pivot, and then 1 drop on the on each side of this washer. You're going to put the blade back on, and then you're going to put 1 blob right here on this side and 1 blob on the opposite side. And then you're going to put the thing back together. And then you're going to tighten this first. And since yours has one here, you're going to flip or tighten this one and then that one. Oh well, I tried. You have a good one. Tiny, tiny blob.
You want to taste my hot chocolate?
No, I don't. And it should be good now.
Dad, when there's powder on the
Don't sniff it.
no, when there's well that too, but when there's powder on the straw, maybe don't lick it off.
All right, tell me how it works after you're finished. Nerd. Somebody just said that.
Remember that book I showed you earlier?
Yes.
I finished it.
Cool.
I only have like 100 pages left. But
Okay.
I'm gonna
No, she's a nerd, not a dork. There's a difference. Squeak.
What's the difference?
A nerd has brains. A dork is just dumb.
Where's the handling?
She's less spazzy than I am.
You know what I just realized? There's 3 popcorn kernels just laying out bare in the microwave.
There were 3 more. Earlier. That means there were 6, and you didn't clean up any of them.
I don't know how they. I haven't cooked popcorn since that night I cooked popcorn.
A couple days ago.
That was probably like 3, maybe it was 2.
You know what that means?
What?
They haven't been cleaned out since then.
But how did they fall out of the bag? The bag.
So here's what you're going to do next. Do you have plastic Q-tips? Or a pencil? You're not going to draw on it. Just do you have a pencil? She does not have thick framed glasses.
You're trying to make me out to be like that one emoji.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. Not the
nerd emoji.
I know, but just give me a second.
You have what? A pencil? Cool. So here's what you're going to do.
You're trying to make me out like this.
This is what she looks like.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's literally her glasses.
That is not my glasses.
Uh-huh.
I think I know my glasses better than you, considering I have to see them every. Well, never mind.
You have to look through them. I have to see
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Whoa, major nerd. Nerd alert. Nerd alert. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to dip your pencil in some grease. And then you're going to touch. Like, if you look at this lock face, it's at a slant. On this side, where it's lower, right? You're going to want to touch that side over here on the flat spot with the grease, and that's it.
Did I tell you about how I kind of like it when stuff's really hot and it kind of burns my tongue? Only drinks. If it's food,
That sounds fucking horrible.
well, not like burns, but like it's.
My name's my name, and I like burning the shit out of my mouth with drinks.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
Sweet.
not burning the crap out of it. It's just a tiny bit.
Sweet. Squeak.
Also, what do you mean I'm not as much of a spaz as you?
Squeak.
I feel like I'm more energetic than you are.
Yes, but not spazzy. There's a difference.
Spazzy like what? When I think of spaz, I think of grandma's dog.
Yeah. Before it got old, yeah. Anyway, tell me how that worked out when you're done. It'll wear down. The more you play with it, the better it'll get. Hey, your name is Nerd Emoji now. Apparently. Queen Nerd. Bohemian Nerdity. My God. Okay. That'll work. The fluorinated grease. Now, how'd you get that shit, but you don't have a Chris Reeve over there? Don't tell me you bought that shit separately. That shit's way too expensive. Oh, I didn't realize that you got a Chris Reeve as a gift. You didn't tell me that that's what you got. So you got an Unum Zone then, right? Yeah. Nice. Shit's expensive. Because you did say that you wanted one of those. And I said if you wanted to pay for it, I'd ship it out there. So did you get a plain one? What are you disappointed with? Before you continue saying you're disappointed, what are you disappointed with? Okay, so can you tell me what the, I guess they do call it that, what the date of birth on that knife is? September of 2025. Is it in Magna Cut? Squeak. Damn, yours is newer than mine. Shit. Shit's brand new. Okay, cool. So, my recommendation, they told me to do this when I got mine because it was causing issues. So yours, it's not going to show up on this because this one's a fake, but on the lock face, okay, there's going to be a section of wear in one spot, and that's it. On that section of wear, you're going to put a tiny blob of the fluorinated grease that you got from them. And then you're going to, well, actually, before you do that, just a thought. Have you taken it apart yet? Is there a proper way of putting that one back together? Well, I know we can't open it. Oh, you can't open it at all? Give me just a sec. I'm gonna look this up to make sure that you don't need to do anything special putting it back together. No. I'm just gonna watch the Chris Reeve video on how to take it apart and put it together. Ew, you got 3 Allen wrenches with yours? Oh, it came apart easier than the PM2? I could believe that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine Chris Reeve knowing anything about Chris Reeve knives. Could you imagine? Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to take this thing apart properly and put it back together. agree with that. So I hate taking this thing apart, but honestly, I should just buy one of these used so that I can teach you guys how to take these things apart. So there's a proper way of taking them apart. I know it's not the same knife, but it's the same concept when putting it together. There is a specific way of putting it together. Damn it, I always Loctite this and then I always end up having to take it apart again. Oh. Well, that's interesting. That Loctite's a little more permanent than last time. And I had it just perfect, too. But fuck no, I'm not going to just make a video. I wanted a second one anyway. Vivo, what's up? I guess it's just sitting there spinning. Okay. Let me loosen this up and then I'll teach you. Okay, so when you're taking your aluminum Zahn apart, you're going to do this. And it goes against every other thing that you've probably ever taken apart. But this is like the only time that you do this. You're going to take your Allen key and you're going to push the pivot all the way out. There is no pivot screw in there at all. You're going to pull this out and hold the lock bar open just as it is and pull the blade out. It'll come out with the washers, the whatever the other thing's called. That steel insert in the middle. Okay, the whole assembly comes out. This is fine as it is. Okay, you're going to take this whole section apart. So, it's in 4 pieces now. You're going to wipe everything off. Completely clean it. Yeah, the washers on this thing are freaking huge. You have what thing on your pivot? This? It's supposed to have this. Yeah. So you're going to wipe everything off inside and out. You will likely need a Q-tip for this. So you take the Q-tip. You're going to just clean out the inside of that. I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait. No, I don't want to wait. I want to fidget with my knife. I can't do that until after I have it put back together. Anyway, while I wait. Cranky. Oh, my feelings. Okay, I'll go take a look. I'm just going to clean out this thing of all the Loctite that I put in there. Actually, well, this is how they recommend taking it apart anyway. If you don't have to do a full disassembly, though, it's best not to. We'll get this section to dry it. AB123, what's up? Welcome back. Now to go check what you're talking about. Oh, interesting. No, 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 no. This stays together. This right here is one piece. Guys, we're messing with an expensive knife. Let's try and keep it somewhat serious. So, out of curiosity, interesting, your washers are a lot smaller than mine. Give me just a sec. I'm going to look up and see if how many pieces this thing has. Okay, so I was right then. So, when you took your thing apart, did it have a screw, a nut, and a bushing? All right, we'll see you later, AB123. Well, this isn't the same knife as he has, but the general assembly rules go or still apply. I have the Sabenza. He has the Umnums on. Yes, they are different. Again, general assembly rules still apply. Okay, cool. So give me just a sec. I'm gonna clean up the Loctite that's in my screw. Okay. Much better. Yeah, the same goes for the Sebenza as well. Yeah, they're different designs, guys. It's fine. It's completely fine. So what you're going to do when you put this thing back together is you're going to drop this bushing into the hole in here. Or no, before you do that, grease. A little bit of grease on the outside and inside of this. Let me get my my grease all prepped. I don't use the factory grease because it's really expensive. Indeed, I'm helping somebody out with theirs. Okay, so you're going to put tiny amount of grease, right? On the outside of this. Just touch it. Okay, no, this one's mine. I'm just helping somebody else who's watching. Then you're going to put this back in. You shouldn't need almost any more grease than what's on the end of this thing. When you're ready to move on, go ahead and tell me. Okay, so on both washers, you'll notice one side has a little more shine to it than the other. The side with a little more shine, you're going to want to touch a little bit of grease on in 4 spots, and that's it. Now on this one, since it's huge, I'm doing one in a couple more spots, but since yours is smaller, you don't have to do that. And then you're going to place it on. Only on one side, yes. The side that touches the blade, that is it. Oh, then put it everywhere that I put it. I still haven't added more to the end of this. I'm not using almost any at all. So, anyway, once you're ready, we'll move over to the other side. Okay. So now you're going to flip it over and you're going to push that barrel in there up a little bit. And you're going to take your other washer, find the shiny side. In this case, mine is right here. And on the little splines, you're going to put one little bit on 3 of them. No. You don't need much. You really don't. Especially if you're using the factory stuff. And then you're going to put it on. Well, the washer slides against 2 surfaces, but yeah. It is a Sabenza, yes. So that should hold itself together. As long as you don't shake it or anything, it should be fine. Now I like to line up this hole with the letter M that's on my Sabenza right there, so that I can see the letter M through the hole. And then once you're ready, go ahead and tell me and we'll move forward again. Okay. Beautiful. Now you're going to take the handle and you're going to put your fingers pressed up against everything on here to hold it together. And you're going to slide it in between the scales. You do not want the scales loosened up when you do this. It should be fine tight. And then once that's done, you're going to take the nut side and push it through the back. And then do whatever it takes slowly to get that nut to fit through, which usually entails pushing against the lock bar a little bit to open it slightly. Well, that's how I got mine to be as smooth as possible, and his wouldn't open almost at all. So if this helps at all, then I'll be happy. Well, then you're going to want to go ahead and put it back together. Put this screw in, and once you're done with that, there's one more step. Once you have it together, go ahead and close it. It is a very nice looking blade. I left my lanyard thing off because I just don't like it there. Bethany, what's up? Well, anyway, it sounds like you took the whole thing apart when you did it. So, real quick, before we move forward any further, did you put it together starting with this side, then the blade, and then this side? Yes. I am saying that exactly, yes. Okay, so what I want you to do is take it all back apart again. The only thing, so we'll go ahead and do this again. You shouldn't need to re-grease everything since you already did that. But it needs to be put together properly, and there is one way of doing this. Anyway, I'll go ahead and take the handle apart. I mean, I'm sure this isn't hard to figure out, but just so that it's done right and there's no mistakes made, so you don't have to ship it back and get replacement parts. Because if you do it wrong, you can apparently pinch the washers and then they need replaced. So here's mine completely taken apart. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the scales off while I'm here. I've found if you lubricate both sides, then both sides of the washer are lubricated. And what ends up happening is you have a chance of having the washers choosing to spin against the titanium instead of the blade. And that causes extra wear on the titanium scales instead of the blade where it needs to be. Anyway, do you have it completely taken apart again? We will move forward when you're ready. Okay, go ahead and put the lanyard back in wherever that goes on yours. I'm not sure where that goes. Humberto, what's up? Then once you're done with that, go ahead and put the handle back together alone. Don't put the blade in, just the handle. Go ahead and tighten it down a little bit. You don't want it being loose. So when I tighten these, I make sure that the Allen head, the Allen wrench is completely as far into there as it'll go. And then once I hit the point that it's stopping, I go until it bends just slightly, and then I'm done. Okay, so now we're going to put the blade back in again. Just like this. You're going to have the handle as one piece. And then basically you jam the blade in there. you got to make sure that it's all held together. Do it slow, take your time, and this is how you put it back together. Once it is back together, you're going to look at it like this. And on mine, you can see a line. Right there. That line with the last little bit of grease, just touch that spot right there. And that's all the grease that you need for the whole thing. Then you're going to open it and close it a few times. Now for me, since mine's pretty new, I mean, technically yours is brand new as well. We should probably use what I did on mine to be a little more helpful. As you can see, that round section of the blade right there. Just touch that. There we go. Now please tell me it opens easier. I'm broke as fuck after buying this thing. I think after buying this thing, I had $30 left in my account. And then I had to spend almost all of that on a piece of glass. And I had 17 cents left. Or no, I had 1 cent left. Literally. It was perfect. Cindy, what's up? Of course it's irresponsible as hell. It's the last one they had. Thing is, you never know when they're going to show up with these things again. Right? When they run out, like, that's it. Good luck. But that's because I wanted to buy it from a local business. Okay. Then maybe you have to do the sandwich build. Let me look into it a little more. I have good news and bad news. Good news. There's another way of doing it. Bad news. That grease on the pivot spread everywhere. Wonderful. How much did you put? Okay, I'm sorry. This one's supposed to go back as the sandwich build. The Sebenza is apparently the only one that isn't supposed to go back that way. So here's what you're gonna look up. And just do exactly what they tell you to do, considering it's on their channel. I tried. Maybe I need an NCOSI or something before I start teaching people how to do shit. This one I'm actually pretty good at. Okay, it'll be like 6 minutes. It's not a big deal. But hopefully once you're all done, it's smooth. Anyway, now I gotta take this shit back apart. That was way too damn much. God damn. I have titanium screws for my pair of 3. That's more like it. Gimme. Dude, the screws on this are titanium. The lock bar is titanium. The pivot's titanium. These screws are titanium. This screw's titanium. All of this hardware is titanium. The only magnetic parts on that knife are the blade, the liners, and the pocket clip.
How many pints of water?
A lot.
Like 8.
I think 6.
Um,
Depends on how big the body is.
thought everybody was the same.
No.
Well, unless you're like a baby, I guess.
Or unless you're like huge.
Really?
Yeah, really. How large do you think the circulatory system is?
1 second.
Well, according to the description, or the instructions of that shit, I'm not supposed to wait. I'm supposed to screw it in and then wait an hour. Continue.
Because apparently someone has to donate. It was just on TikTok. Someone had to donate a pint of blood. If you only have like 8 or 6 pints of blood, that's most of your, or a good chunk of your
It
blood.
is a good chunk. Yeah,
So
that's
you
why.
probably pass out.
It
feel
happens a
lightheaded.
lot.
I didn't donate, but when they took,
A vial.
yeah.
Yeah, a pint is a whole bag. It's like an eighth of a gallon.
Oh yeah, because there's 8 pints in a gallon. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
16 something in a gallon. Oh, do you like my self-portrait of me? But it's Tim Burton style. You know how that is, right?
No, I don't.
You know it's the guy who made Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask that, but
with the giant eyes and stuff.
you just ordered 2 pieces of titanium. What did you order? Damn, this stream is doing dog shit numbers. I got like 10 people in here.
I can't wait to eat this all.
I'm usually averaging 17, and then about 3 hours in, I end up with like 40.
Well, at least you have people, though.
Sure. I'm not complaining about that.
I don't know.
I just found it kind of funny.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna stream. I feel like that'd be awkward.
I'm telling you. I want people to either agree or disagree with me right here.
Oh, okay.
Should my sister live stream her reading books out loud?
I feel like I guess it would be better for, because I do stumble a lot when I'm reading stuff out loud. So it could be better for that.
I recommend a bayonet with a gun attached to it. Yeah, people would love listening to that. See? I told you. And you've waited a whole month instead of taking my advice?
It's 12.
It's almost 1.
Okay, so just to make sure, you can drive me to our aunt's house tomorrow. I want to be there at 5:10. Or we'll say 5:15. I want to.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. I want to be at her house at 5:15 p.m.
We could, yeah, I guess. Maybe sooner?
We could do sooner.
How much sooner?
What were you thinking?
Between 4:30 and 5. If you show up that early, you're not getting paid.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter for me, about the getting paid part as much as it's like I want to make sure I'm there at
Yeah.
a good time.
You're back. How did it work out?
Anyway, I'm going to bed. So that.
Okay, good night then.
Good night.
Nerd.
No.
I don't know. Something she wanted to do at our aunt's house. Really? Okay. So how did it work out? Is it smoother now, or is it still being a pain, or? That's my sister. Still hard to open. Can you send a picture of the certificate of authenticity to me? Mine isn't like that, and I don't think it's like that for almost anybody else. Dakota, welcome back. You know, I meant to do a second giveaway tonight, but it's probably not going to happen tonight. Who the hell is Sean? What? No, I did. I just never watched them for an extended period of time because they sounded stupid. Okay. It looks right. Papers look right. I wonder. I did not watch the video at all. Yeah, no problem. It turns out I'm not getting those Chris Reeve knives that I was hoping I was going to get. Somebody else on eBay won, so. However, I may have a different one showing up. I don't know if you're interested in that thing, though. Dumb question. Actually, that's going to cost you. You should send them an email. Tell them the issue that you're having. Ask if it's a common issue with that knife. Because with the Sebenza, it's a little different, but if you push on this, it's still pretty easy to open. Let me show you the knife before you say you're interested, because it's pretty small. So this is the knife that we're talking about. So I would be buying this lightly used by the looks of it. Bringing it in, making sure everything's all on the up and up, and then as long as everything works out right, then if I'm not mistaken, the one that I'm looking at is in S35VN. It's small. It's like, I think a little smaller than this. Let me check blade length. It's 1.5 ounces. And overall length is 6.37 inches, which means the blade's like 2 3/4 inches or something like that. It is small, but it would most likely be your first Chris Reeve, I guess. Yeah, 2 3/4 inch blade. Things are fucking spendy though. It's smaller than the Leak by quite a bit. Well, not by quite a bit, but noticeably smaller. Might be getting it. I just want to stress that I might be getting it. I don't know. Let me check. It's a 1/2 inch shorter blade. If I can get it, I guess. So, overall length, it is, the ZT is 7.4 inches. And the Menandi is, give me a sec. .3. So it's an inch shorter total. And my phone is not charging faster than give me just a sec, guys. Oh. Okay, if you're sure and you understand the fact that it is small, then sure. It's expensive too. Like, brand new, they're 500. I'd probably be trying to get rid of it for around 375. It is up there. It's also the least I think I've ever seen one sell for. trying to see if my phone will charge faster, but if it won't, then I might be ending the stream sooner than I thought. Sounds like a plan then. I will try as best as I can to get it and make sure it's in decent condition. I gotta go see pictures of it again because you're starting a fucking high-end collection, dude. You got some expensive shit in there. The kind of insurance that I had to put on that ZT was insane, by the way. I'm not asking for more money. I'm just telling you that it's insured for a shit ton. Squeak. Saved. Oh, okay. Sorry, I showed you pictures of the wrong one. It's not the burl, it's bog oak. Whoops. Let me check messages before. So I stop spewing shit out of my ass. Make sure that I'm right. Oh. Guy didn't send me Well, see, my whole thing is I do the hunting for other people. Unfortunately, if they don't get back to me, then a couple of the knives I'm trying to sell, I owe money on. I don't owe interest at least, but like that S90V PM2, I owe money on that. I actually owe quite a bit on that one. How much did I have it on hold for at the time? That sucks. It's on hold for 215. And at 215, after the debt's paid off, I'm left with $17. Oh, that sucks. But what do you do? Basically, what I do, one of my buddies, one of my buddies buys a whole bunch of used knives in auctions and then sells them to other people. And I'm probably the biggest buyer that he has. But lately, since I don't have the cash to pay him, I have been taking it out as a credit type of a deal. So I owe him this, or I owe him money in either services or actual money. And I owe him $198 at the moment. I'm gonna have to start making payments on that shit. Bring that money down. Oh, that sucks. Oh well, what do you do? Yeah, Dakota, a decent chunk of that ZT that I just sold you, a decent chunk of that, most of that goes straight to paying my sister back. What a fun way of doing things. That thing's heavy. It's one of the few things where when I was calculating shipping, it was over 7 ounces. Well, as long as you don't treat it like crap, it will last forever. It's got a mean looking edge on it too. So unfortunately, my phone is still not charging faster than it's depleting, which means either the charger's taking a shit or there's something on my phone that's draining the battery. And I have no clue what it is. It's in super power saving mode, by the way. And it's still doing this shit. Maybe if I update YouTube, it won't do that anymore. I need a PM2 build in my collection. Other than the one that I already have, of course. Squeak. Squeak. I'm trying to think of the next one that I could buy that you might be interested in, but unless you're interested in Benchmade, not a whole lot's popping up. All right, don't forget to send the Chris Reeve an email. I wonder if one of your washers is pinched. Because you really don't want to be loosening the pivot on those things. How did you put it together? No, that knife or the Chris Reeve knives, you kind of want them tightened down as far as they'll go. So when you put it back together, did you go? Okay. Nut, scale, washer, um, damn it, what's that other thing? Okay. Did you go nut, scale, washer, bushing, blade, washer, scale, screw? Or did you go, really? Well, then maybe I'm just dumb. Or maybe I'm wrong because I don't. Maybe I'm wrong because I don't own all of them. I guess I'm gonna be honest. Nut, bushing, scale, washer, blade, washer, and scale. Okay, so that was the right way of doing it. Then I guess tightening it down too far is an issue for that knife. They look the same. That's why it bothers me so much. Is other than the washers, the whole pivot system looked the same to me. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, then your pivot system's completely different than mine. My nut and the bushing are completely different pieces. Then yeah, I can understand why tightening it down too far would cause problems. Just like any other knife. It's the only reason this one works the way it does is because of that bushing. It presses the scales against the bushing instead of against the blade. Squeak. 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 Well, that was entertaining to figure out. Yeah, on the Sebenza, God, when I come out with my first design, should I take inspiration from that? Okay, if the dude in the video said it, then the dude in the video is right and I'm wrong. I'm willing to accept that. So it's better now, since you loosened it up then. And it should get better over time as well. Well, glad to hear that. I might need to watch that video just so I can sit there and laugh at how much grease they used. Because you said that they used a ton. Yeah, there's no way of adjusting the pivot on the Sebenza. It's either tight or it's not, and that's it. Damn. Holy shit. A tube of that shit's $15. Like, if I walked into where they are made, it is $15 to buy it that tiny, this tiny tube of that shit. Hence why I haven't used it. The printer and ink model? What do you mean by that? Oh. Yeah, because they're making their money on the grease, not on the knife. What was that? Oh. Damn. It's a lot of fucking grease. But yeah, James, you're right. They definitely don't make their money on the knives. Could you imagine if they were making profit on a nearly $600 knife? Pfft, yeah, right. Made locally in Idaho? Yeah, they get you in the door with a low upfront cost, and then bam, they fuck you with the price of fluorinated grease. I need a Chris Reeve to play with when my other one's down. You know what's funny is I'm gonna walk into the Chris Reeve shop with another Chris Reeve, and I've been telling them that I'm broke for like well over a year, and they're gonna wonder where the fuck all that money came from. It took me months of buying and selling knives to be able to buy the one. I just found a good deal on another one and I can't pass that up. I might have to pass that up. Hopefully not. But ew, marriage? Gross. Not in this economy. You won't catch me married for a while. If ever. The collection of titanium shit grows. Anyway, I think next week I'm going to try the whole whatnot thing. See how that goes. If it goes well, I'll be buying a bunch of knives and selling them on whatnot. If it doesn't go well, then that fucking sucks because other short of blade binge, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with them. I shut the camera off because my phone's dying faster than it's charging. We'll see you later, Cut and Carry. You have a good one. Have fun with your Unums on now. Now that you got it working. No, it's not even at specific angles that it isn't charging. It just isn't charging fast. I'm thinking that the transformers broke. Or at least taking a shit. No, I don't. Cool, so how much is a Galaxy S25 Ultra? And then how much was my phone? And we'll compare the two. There, I just turned my brightness all the way down instead of like an eighth. So now I can barely read what you guys are saying. So here's the problem. Live streaming takes an insane amount of power to run. It's not that the charger sucks. It's the fact that I think live streaming pulls 25 to 30% of the battery life an hour. Which would be about 1% every 2 minutes. Well, this can charge faster than that with an appropriate charger as well. Usually it does. Usually by the time I'm done streaming, it's at 100%, but lately it's been doing some funky shit where it doesn't want to do that. I'm going to try something else. Instead of using a different cable, I'm going to plug it into a mobile battery thing that I've got. Unless it's just straight up not charging. I can't tell. I think here in about 7.5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. So that I can let my phone charge instead of it sitting there dying. I'm sure it's about time that I need a new phone. Which is stupid and it sucks. But they build these things to fail after like 2 years. And with me live streaming daily for as long as I do, I'm sure that my battery is hating me. Cool, so the free upgrade phones probably won't. I understand that my phone is pretty much junk. Again, I am broke. It is all I can afford to do. So at the moment, it's either that or no um, no content. And I'd rather continue making content. This ends as being a pain again. Honestly, I shouldn't have taken it apart. You know what, one thing about Samsung that I wish my phone had, other than a decent battery life? I wish my phone had the the performance center thing, or the optimization center, or whatever the fuck you called it. Basically, what the app does is you go into this app and it clears the cache on every single app that you have on the phone. Little do you know, James works at LG. Now that James knows that you refuse to buy one, James will not let them sell one to you. I can clear the cache on all my shit too. But this app clears the cache on everything all at once. So instead of sitting there for 10 minutes clearing it all app by app, I can do it all at once. It literally comes with them. It's like the optimization thing. Let me find out what it's called. It's on my second phone. Device care. Sorry. You can optimize your battery life, you can optimize storage, and you can free up RAM. It is an app. It's on the Play Store. It's literally an app. It's just not able to be downloaded by anything other than Samsung products. And I think that that's sad because it's one of the best apps that I've ever used. What, would you rather work in the washing machine division? Oh, well, on my phone that came out in 2016, it's an app. Well, guess what? My phone can still have a battery swapped out without needing to take it into someplace. Can your phone do that? Well, lucky you, I'm broke. Anyway. Well, the phone that I use for looking shit up on my live streams is 9 years old, yes. The one I use to record and stuff, that one was made like 2 years ago, almost. Other than the other phone being slow as shit, it's actually a pretty decent phone. Fun too, what's up? We're about to end the stream, so I can't talk about my job. I don't. I have a knife collection. And I'm sure you guys have seen it. No. That is not a yes. I don't get paid by YouTube, if that's what you're asking. I think I'm going to dress up as a knife collector and a YouTuber. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here so that my phone can sit here and charge for a bit. The logo's a knife. Yeah, I'm going to dress up as a knife collector and a YouTuber. Hence, dressing up as myself. I didn't know Lou was still in here. Damn. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is. And we'll see you in the next one. You should, Lou. Thank you for making me reach 2,000 subscribers. Anyway, bye, guys.